The year 2025 is in full swing, and The Elder Scrolls 6 is still one of the most mysterious games. But in recent months, Bethesda has finally begun to lift the veil of secrecy. The first official details, leaks from insiders, and crazy fan theories have appeared. At Gamescom 2025, the company revealed the long-awaited teaser trailer, which confirmed that the game will take place in the province of Hammerfell, a land of red cliffs, endless deserts, and ancient fortresses. Although we have not seen a full-fledged gameplay, it became known that the project is being created on the upgraded Creation Engine 2, with major improvements in graphics and physics. The official release is scheduled for 2026, but there are rumors of a possible beta test as early as the end of 2025. Insiders claim that TES 6 will receive a revolutionary faction system. Now players will not only be able to join existing guilds, but also create their own, whether it's a gang of smugglers or a secret Daedra cult. Magic will become more interactive and will affect the environment. Freeze water, set vegetation on fire, and destroy objects. The main antagonist is rumored to be Daedra Maroon's Dagon, as hinted at by the Oblivion Barrier symbol in the trailer. Fans are building incredible theories. Perhaps the game will start not in a classic prison, but on a ship in the middle of the sea, and the legendary Dovahkiin will return as an NPC, for example, as the King of Skyrim or the Daedric Prince. Although Bethesda denies the presence of multiplayer, some analysts believe that elements of the cooperative may appear as a separate mode. The year 2025 began with a long-awaited announcement. Rockstar Games officially confirmed that GTA 6 will be released on PC in the first quarter of 2026, and console versions will appear at the end of 2025. After years of leaks and rumors, the studio finally revealed a full-fledged gameplay trailer, revealing key details. The game takes place in the fictional state inspired by Miami and Cuba, and the main characters will be two, former drug courier Juan and ambitious bank robber Lucia. Judging by the leaks, GTA 6 will offer the most detailed open environment in the history of the series. Completely destructible buildings, a dynamic economy that changes depending on the player's actions, and even realistic evacuation cycles during hurricanes. The developers have paid special attention to artificial intelligence. NPCs now remember the player, react to his appearance and behavior, and the police use the tactics of real special forces. Fans are actively discussing rumors about the return of mechanics from Red Dead Redemption 2, including an honor system, deep animal exploration, and even the opportunity to run your own business. There's talk that a full-fledged cooperative for 4 people will appear in the game, but Rockstar has not yet commented on this information. The next major announcement is expected at the Game Awards 2025, where the multiplayer mode and the exact release date can be shown. The fourth part of the iconic RPG from Playground Games has finally taken shape. At Xbox Showcase 2025, the studio presented a 15-minute gameplay demo video Fable. The game retains its signature British humor and fabulous atmosphere, but at the same time uses all the features of the Forza Tech engine to create stunning visual effects. The action takes place 500 years after the events of Fable 3, in an era when magic and technology began to merge. The main feature will be the Living Legend system. The player's reputation will affect not only the dialogues, but also the appearance of the world. For example, if a hero becomes famous as a noble knight, statues of him will begin to appear in cities, and if he chooses the path of a villain, the nature around him will wither. Leaks claim that the game will have a non-linear plot with 5 unique endings, and the ability to build your own castle, which will become the control center of the region. The news that Peter Molyneux returned to the project as a consultant caused a special stir. Although the release is scheduled for spring 2026 only, the closed beta test for Xbox Game Pass Ultimate owners will start in October 2025. The long-awaited action RPG from the Chinese game science studio will be released exactly 1 month later, on August 20th, 2025. The final trailer confirmed that the game will offer 80+ hours of content with 5 endings, 120 unique types of enemies, and 30 epic bosses. A transformation system that allows you to transform into 16 mythical creatures. It is already known that Wukong will become a temporary exclusive of the Epic Games Store, and the Steam version will appear only in 2026. BioWare has lifted the veil of secrecy from Dragon Age, Dreadwolf. The game will be released on November 11th, 2025 on all platforms. After several postponements and concept changes, the studio unveiled a trailer confirming the return of many beloved characters, including Salas, Varric, and Morrigan. The action will unfold in the Tevinter Empire, and for the first time, the main character will be a pre-created character with a unique backstory, an agent of the Shadow Organization Lilia. Key innovations include a flexible combat system combining tactical pause and dynamic real-time battles, a deep relationship system where even minor NPCs can become friends or enemies, the ability to influence the politics of entire cities through a network of spies and diplomats. Insiders claim that BioWare is preparing a surprise, a multiplayer mode in the style of Mass Effect 3, but there is no official confirmation yet. Developers of Supergiant Games have officially announced that on December 12, 2025, Hades 2 will be released from Early Access and will receive a full-fledged release version 1.0. During its stay in Early Access, the game has undergone significant changes and has been enriched with new content that dramatically expands gameplay capabilities and narrative. One of the most anticipated aspects is the addition of 5 new Olympian gods, who will join the pantheon of patrons of the main character Meltina. Among them are Hephaestus, the god of blacksmithing, who offers unique mechanical designs that deal damage with fire and steam. Apollo, the god of the sun, whose blessings blind enemies and impose area effects. And Hebe, the goddess of youth, who is able to reset negative effects and temporarily enhance stats. Each new deity brings fresh strategic opportunities and synergies to the player builds, making the gameplay even more variable. In addition to the new gods, the final version will feature alternative endings that directly depend on the decisions made by the player during the course of the story. Interactions with key characters such as Kronos and Hecate now have deeper implications, and some dialogue choices can dramatically change the balance of power in the underworld. The challenge of the Titans mode has also been added, designed for experienced players looking for extreme difficulty. In this mode, opponents gain enhanced abilities, new boss attack patterns appear, and players are limited in resources, which requires impeccable mastery of mechanics and careful planning of each race. Gameplay videos published by the developers demonstrate an improved spell system. Now Meltina's magic allows not only to inflict damage, but also to manipulate the environment, for example, temporarily freeze traps or create magical barriers. Another innovation is the ability to join forces with other characters in the temporary alliance mode. For example, at a critical moment in the battle, you can summon Zagreus from the first part to help you to attack together. After years of waiting and a complete reboot of development, Metroid Prime 4 has finally taken shape. As was officially announced at the latest Nintendo Direct, the game is scheduled for release in March 2026, which has become a real celebration for fans of the series. The project, which was developed by Bandai Namco Studios in close collaboration with producers from Nintendo, promises to be a worthy continuation of the cult trilogy. The main feature of the 4th part will be the transition to a full-fledged open-world structure, which is a revolution for the series. The game will still take place on the planet Zebes, but for the first time, players will be able to freely explore its vast territories in a non-linear manner. From the lava-drenched bowels of Norfire to the mysterious ruins of Chozo, each location promises to be filled with mysteries, hidden paths, and challenging puzzles that will require purchasing new upgrades for the Samus Aran costume. A key game innovation was the demonstration of new types of morph balls, including a vortex ball that allows you to overcome water obstacles and create temporary vortices to solve environmental puzzles. The combat system has also been significantly redesigned, with enemies, especially space pirates, now displaying advanced AI capable of coordinating attacks, memorizing player tactics, and adapting to their playing style. The storyline campaign promises to reveal new frontiers of the Metroid universe. The main sensation was the developer's announcement that players will see Samus in 2 time periods. In addition to the main story, flashbacks from her youth will be shown, revealing previously unknown details of her past and becoming a bounty hunter. These plot inserts promise not only to expand ENT, but also to offer unique gameplay segments demonstrating the evolution of the main character's abilities. The visual component of the game, judging by the latest shown materials, enhances the capabilities of the Nintendo Switch 2, demonstrating detailed character models, complex physical effects, and large-scale environments, while maintaining the signature atmospheric style of the series. The soundtrack, as in the previous installments, is developed with the direct participation of the original composer of the series, which guarantees the preservation of a unique soundtrack combining ambient and electronic motifs. The game's network features remain under wraps for now, but rumor has it that the developers are considering adding a cooperative mode or special missions for multiple players. This has not been officially confirmed yet, but the fan community is actively building theories about this. As a release date approaches, developers are expected to launch a more active marketing campaign in the coming months, including new trailers, gameplay demonstrations, and in-depth interviews with the game's creators. For many fans of the Metroid Prime 4 series, it is becoming the most anticipated game of the decade, and everything indicates that it will be able to meet these high expectations. After a long lull and numerous speculations, the Star Wars Eclipse project from Quantic Dream Studio has finally taken shape. It has been officially confirmed that the game will be released in the first quarter of 2026, but now, in August 2025, detailed gameplay demonstrations have become available and key aspects of the project have been revealed. The game takes place in a previously unexplored era of the High Republic, about 200 years before the events of the Hidden Menace, which allows the developers to show the galaxy during the heyday of the Jedi Order, and at the same time the emergence of future threats. One of the main changes in the concept was the decision to abandon a purely linear narrative in favor of a large-scale open world. Players will be able to travel freely between key planets, such as Coruscant. Depicted at the zenith of its power, with soaring skyscrapers and thriving spaceports, and the dangerous outskirts of the Outer Rim, where smugglers and pirates rule the ball. The central element of the gameplay will be the protagonist's choice system. You can embark on the path of a Jedi seeking to maintain balance, become a charismatic smuggler building his criminal empire, or even try on the armor of a Mandalorian mercenary whose loyalty is sold for credits. Each path offers unique storylines, factions to interact with, and special abilities. The deeply developed system of moral choice, Quantic Dream's signature handwriting, has undergone significant changes. The player's decisions now affect not only the dialogues and the ending, but also the physical condition of the character. A tendency to the dark side of the Force can manifest itself in a change in appearance. The eyes begin to glow yellow. The voice acquires hoarse and threatening notes, and a barely noticeable aura of fear forms around the character, affecting the reactions of non-player characters. On the contrary, commitment to the bright side will enhance charisma and open up unique diplomatic options. Insiders also report on a large-scale reputation management system. The player's actions will shape his fame in different parts of the galaxy, opening or closing access to certain missions, equipment, and allies. Special attention is paid to the technological component. The game's engine has been radically redesigned to support massive and detailed locations, complex artificial intelligence of opponents and allies, and dynamic world change influenced by player decisions. It is expected that one of the key plot conflicts will revolve around the confrontation between the traditional values of the Jedi Order and the growing corruption in the Senate, where the player will have to choose a side. Rumors about the possible appearance of cooperative elements or even mass multiplayer have not yet been officially confirmed, but analysts do not rule out that a separate online mode may be announced by the release of the game. The next major show of Star Wars, Eclipse, is expected at the Game Awards ceremony in December 2025, where the developers promised to reveal the details of the plot and introduce the combat system. The Marvel's Wolverine project from Insomniac Game Studio continues to be actively developed, and by August 2025, enough information had leaked online to form an idea of the global concept of the game. The official release is scheduled for the fall of 2026 as an exclusive for PlayStation 5 Pro, which will make full use of the updated hardware to create the most immersive experience. The game is positioned as a dark and violent horror action game with an 18+ rating, which is an unprecedented step for Marvel superhero projects. The plot is based on the famous story arc Old Man Logan, but with significant rework and elements of an alternate history. The action takes place in a post-apocalyptic future, where the villains have won and divided the territory of the former United States among themselves. Magneto will be the main antagonist, but in a new, frightening interpretation, he is not just an opponent, but a tyrant ruler who created his citadels from metal fragments and subjugated the surviving mutants. The key game mechanic around which the entire gameplay is built is the real-time regeneration system. Logan's wounds, from bullet holes to deep cuts, will heal before the player's eyes with anatomical precision. However, the developers introduce an element of harsh realism. If the enemy cuts off the hero's arm or inflicts an injury that cannot be instantly regenerated, the player will have to adapt and continue the battle to the next checkpoint or find a way to restore the limb. This directly affects the gameplay. Without a hand, for example, it is impossible to climb walls or use certain types of attacks. The combat system is an evolution of the mechanics from Spider-Man 2, but with a focus on close combat and rage. Combo attacks, various types of claws, and berserk mode form its basis. Special attention is paid to the physics and reactions of opponents. Claw strikes will literally dismember ordinary enemies, leave deep scars on bosses, and the environment can be used to finish them off. Opponents' AI is adaptive. Enemies will try to immobilize Logan, use weapons that prevent regeneration, and attack in groups, coordinating actions. The game's world is an open hub divided into several large zones, controlled by different boss villains. You can move between them on foot or in various vehicles found in the world. In addition to the main plot, large-scale side missions are announced, revealing the stories of survivors and hunting for mutant traders. There are also persistent rumors about the virtual reality mode, which will allow you to experience all the possibilities of Logan in the first person, but this has not yet been officially confirmed. The first full gameplay trailer is expected to be shown on the PlayStation Showcase in early 2026.